And hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. Lord of the Croc and Squirrels with some Kerbal Space Program for you today and some news. Because news is fun. We enjoy news sometimes, and today's news, probably not so much. Yesterday had its ups and downs, as I'm sure at least some of you are aware. The first is we got the Making History expansion for Kerbal Space Program. Yay! And we got it more or less on schedule with a minimum amount of complaint. Although it did take 2 restarts of Steam to get it to do its downloading thing. As far as I'm concerned, that's minimal. All the problems that one could have on a launch, as we've all probably figured out long before now. Outstanding. Yeah, something is happening. Yeah, no, it's not a question. It wasn't a question of the Trust and Safety Council Opal. It was a question of, for some completely unknowable reason, the automation process that usually goes on by means of the XSplit had to, getting the stream started, had to be babysat today. I don't know why, and I'm not sure that it really matters enough right now for me to find out, but I will get that fixed here soon. All right. So, the other piece of news was not particularly fantastic, and unfortunately, it turned out to be related to Kerbal Space. It's connected to Kerbal Space Program and making history in a very tertiary, in what would seem to be a tertiary way, but we still have direct cause and effect. Now, for all of you who are not aware, Sir Stephen Hawking passed on sometime yesterday, and sometime the 13th of March. I did not hear about it until shortly after the expansion packet released. And I'm a bit broken up about that. Okay, I lie. More than a bit. The man had every right. He was an astrophysicist that spent the overwhelming majority of his life laughing in the face of the Reaper to try and get it all done. He spent a number of decades fighting ALS, and the thing he didn't do was let it stop him. No, there's no cause for celebration here. And I think those people, and in my personal opinion, anybody that is currently trying to throw a party over the death of Stephen Hawking need to really get a good hard look at themselves. The man advanced more science in his lifetime than every feminist ever. And yes, I agree. Most times ALS normally ALS is a very aggressive creature. And it likes to kill usually within a month, over a span of months or perhaps a year or two. This man lived at least 60 years with ALS, a lifetime for a lot of people. Okay. I remember reading his books at 6, 7 years old, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever. Then I turned out not to have quite such a head for math as I might have liked. But he inspired a generation of authors, and scientists, and other such creatures. He inspired Carl Sagan, who then himself begat Neil deGrasse Tyson and a great many others. Well, Nim, yeah, he did have one. He did have the slow progressing kind, and usually those folks don't last more than a decade. Mr. Hawking, he made it at least 6. Let it not be said that geeks aren't tough people, right? All right. And yes, in the age of anti-intellectualism, this is a terrible thing. But then, for me, it's terrible. It would be a terrible thing, even if even if we weren't in the midst of such an age. All right. Anyway, this isn't getting us anywhere. We all came to see Kerbal Space Program, not listen to me do a stumbling eulogy for the man. I will say this, however. What we see in Kerbal Space Program, the kinds of things that are applied, would not have been possible. We wouldn't have known enough about them without Stephen Hawking. It just would not have happened. And we're going to do this. I'm going to do this right here. See if we can actually do this. Kerbals. We're going to create ourselves a Kerbal. There we go. One male, a male scientist, with no stupidity, a veteran badass, and he can have all the experiences. There we go. Got to make sure we actually get in there. Did I create him? Good. Oh, good. I think we actually did do that. All right, contracts. Nope, no contract. Well, obviously this. What am I doing? Blah. All right, off we go. All right. And Richard, the first thing I would do at this point is to encourage her Just keep doing it. If she wants help with her math homework, give it to her. Because math is going to be, if she wants to be an astrophysicist, if she really wants it, then the best thing you can give her is as much math as you can wrap your head around. All right. I fully encourage that action. I really do hope she makes it. All right. Let's do this. Now, I spent 20 minutes going over the mission builder a moment ago, or the mission builder and the missions a little while ago, but unfortunately YouTube was being squirrely, and we missed that whole bit. So we're going to do that. Okay. As you know, we had the training in the scenarios before. Well, they've got it. They're doing better now. All right. We are probably going to fly this mission. At some point. Equatorial orbit on Kerbin. K7B splashdown, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, we have a number of critters here. This one here is Gina. This one here involves. This one here, it says meet me in 0G, involves a Gina docking target, and a Gemini capsule. The very first one of those to go mucking about within a Gina was flown by Jim Lovell, and whoever it was his mission commander was that time. He spent a lot of time in Gemini on the Gemini program, and that was a lot of freaking work. This actually refers to, if I remember correctly, Gemini 7. And it was his job to go out there and tag. It was their job to go out there and play tag with that docking target. This will be a complete blow-by-blow replay. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Gemini 8. Hey, we got some stuff out here. They're going to go release. They want you to go release goo over a specific biome. And here is a replay of the Apollo 15 mission, in which they did a whole bunch of stuff. You also have in the missions that you can play. You can also, in fact, play tutorials on the mission builder itself, which we're probably not going to do today. However, one of these days we're going to get in here and build us a mission. This is what the mission builder looks like. You can change the funding, scores, modify scores, recover funding, test, and of course there's lots of testing. Crew assignments. You can do crews. Let's see. To check if Kerbal has arrived where you want them to be. The crew counts, all the fun stuff. Location. Sphere of influence reached. If you got there, you see triggers. Recover a resource, some amounts, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and fun shit. This is where you build the beast. Or this is actually where you would build a beast, I should say. Mission briefing, you get to do all the writings. You can test the mission, you can view the mission, whatever you've got going on at a tracking station. We are going to go see if we can't build a thing. But first, we're going to play this. We're going to play that very first mission. It says, Dawn of the Space Age. And this is actually if I remember correctly, it's a variation on, really it comes out to a variation on Science Mode. So, you guys ready for this? Okay. We must have a Providine State Putnik, which of course we're going to have. Where this mission tests your mettle against at the dawn of the space age. You'll build a basic rocket to reach low altitude, then a high altitude sounding rocket, which will take temperature readings from uptown, and then finally we're going to put the Jepnik 1 up there. Okay, no more than 14 parts, of which we have 1. What do we got? We don't have anything in fuel tanks. We have an engine, though. Actually, the only thing we have is a hammer, which is kind of entertaining. We have no couplers or anything. Okay, so we know how this is going to go. And we're going to pop one of these on here because we don't need to get it too. Doesn't need to go too far. Yeah, go ahead and try and refresh there, bud. See if that actually helps you. What? What? I thought we were actually supposed to launch this thing. 5,000 meters and return to Kerbin. But you only, guys, you only gave me one. You can't, how am I supposed to make a crater that goes anywhere on just that? I must have this on board, but making the rest of the space. See, I put the thing on there, and it tells me to go myself. Why is it doing that? Okay, guys, I can't do this. Absolutely right. Yeah, they're definitely being skin punched today. All right, it's not actually a question of burn rate. I have to reduce the amount of fuel that's in the booster. All right, so if I kick this down a bit, there we go. We're at 3.05, and the next step up is that'll be work. All right. We are now at 3.05 tons, and this would, in fact... No. I forgot that I can manipulate all sorts of fun shit. And we're going to leave that like it is. And I don't actually need that much of a thrust to weight ratio. Let's go to 54.9. Let's do that. That should be plenty to get us to 5,000 meters. Actually, let's go a little bit more. 2.2, that should be plenty. K7 test rocket. Yes, we will start the mission. Oh, we're still gonna fail? We're gonna fail. Alright, we're gonna have to go back to the assembly building. Well, let me revert to the... I can't revert to flight. Oh! Rude. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can get to 5K. Because this isn't gonna happen. This is gonna go straight up, and we've already bugged it. On the upside, we got some nice plumies. We have nice engine plumies now. Turn the SAS on. Oh! No pilots on board. No, what do you mean no operational SAS? So restart the mission. Yes, we're going to start from scratch. Current mass is none. All right. We're going to need an engine. Do we have anything in a coupler? No. We are going to need some aerodynamics, though. And these are going to be our... You go there like so. Well, it's going to be more... This thing's going to be more aircraft than it is spacecraft. which is not a good thing. Which is not a good day for me, but that's okay. Yes, I know it's overweight. Yeesh. Puts me to mind of a certain Captain Malcolm. Why can't things just go smooth? All right. There we go. That should give me enough control authority to actually do stuff. Alright, what do we got in command and control? We got nothing, just that engine, nothing. Nope, don't need those. No couplers, no payload. We got nothing more than that. We don't even have science right now. And we have to try and get this to a splashdown. Now, how much solid fuel can we get off? Can we drag off this thing and still get it where we want it to go? Right. Spacecraft complete. Actually, believe it or not, there's a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that goes with that. I can't turn on the SAS. Unfortunately, they didn't give me the ability, and apparently the Sputnik doesn't have the capacity. No Kerbals on board. Unfortunately, no. We're kind of stuck for this. Yes, we will overwrite that one, and we will take that. Start the mission. There's an old elevator. There's an ancient airfield east of here. We're going to use it. We are now 75 meters up, and we have to get over 5,000. Okay, I need surface and vessel information. We'll not need orbital maneuvers are not a necessity here. Oh, crap sticks. Hey, Squirrel! Check your staging! Squirrels need to check their staging. We fail. We so fail. That was so much fail, I'm not even sure where to start. And why did we actually have 2 of those? Damn it, I'm getting... Squirrel wants big boom! Failure. Okay, big in. Now we're going to do it again, only this time we're going to do it properly. The squirrel shall check his staging. Right there. Fortunately, this is not a thing that's actually going to require a lot of effort. So we're going to do it again. We're going to do this, well, guys, we're going to do this again, obviously, but let's try it without the screwing up part. Okay, I need my aerodynamics, and I need 2 of these. 2 of these winglets, because this is gonna look way more aircraft. This is going to be way more aircraft than spacecraft. And we need to put some basic fins on this side for the purposes of stability. We'll probably remove that one, but that's okay. We're not there yet. And we're actually gonna do just about, can't exceed 14 parts. We don't even have 14 parts. The best we were going to get is 7 anyway. All right. What that really means is that I could have used the few parts they gave me, the bastards, to make this to make this even heavier. All right. First thing, stupid squirrel. Check. Yo. Station. Right. Now let's get this bastard out here. Yes, I know the test rocket already exists. We're out of here. Yes, we're going to start it. Our mission is to splash it down over there. Which is, we actually have to set it. We have to get it down in the water. And I can't do anything with the thrust. Oh crap! Whoa! Oh, she's burning. What do you want, Werner? Well, we made it to 5,000 meters. And they actually wanted it over there. They want it over there. That's not happening. We already know that. We already know it's not. We're not going to quite make it there. Come on. Let's not do this. How about some authority? Oh. No, nose up, nose up, nose up. Screw it. 26 kilometers. That's as good as they're getting today. This is as good as they're going to get. They're going to get it in the water between here and the KSC. Don't care. Holy crap, that just went. I know why it did it though. And we made it up to 5,400. We made it to 5,400 meters, 5.4 kilometers. Come, little Steputnik. What I find hilarious is that in science mode, you don't even get. You have to work to get the Kerbal to get a Steputnik. I'd rather Caravan. The Steputnik pirate to you. I'm pretty sure I know why it tried to go back. It tried to arc off back the other way. There were 2 reasons for this. Part of what I needed was a longer, slower burn, and the other thing that I needed to have was the correct parts of yes, right now the game is half off, and the expansion is currently $15 US. And for any budding astrophysicists out there or any budding rocket engineers, from what I am told by people that should know, Mr. Scott of Manley and more than a fair few others, Kerbal Space Program is a really fun way to teach little things like home and transfer orbits, orbital operations. If I was you, Richard, I get it while the getting's good, because that price expires, I think, on Friday. Seriously, no S. Oh, that's right. I can't do that because it's not got an SAS module. You right? We're good. We're just gonna let it go down. Richard, if I thought for 2 seconds it would do any damn good, I'd buy him a copy. A sounding rocket. All right, recover this vessel. If I thought for 2 seconds Jared would actually use it, I'd actually buy it for him. I'd buy it for him. Holy crap, I've got science. And that facility, what? I have all this science and the facility's locked. Ah! It's probably gonna spend it for me. Okay. 48,000 meters, takes the temperature reading and returns safely to Kerbin. We must have one of these. And we're just going to pop this right on the side because we have to get there from here. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we... Oh, they gave us fuel tanks. Yay! Fuel tanks, yummy, yummy fuel tanks. This is actually for a sounding vehicle, so we're gonna have some fun here. Oh, oh yeah, that'll get us there. Oh no, you don't. All right. Well, let's see. What do we got? Thrust to weight ratio 2.83 and a specific impulse of 250. We should be okay with that, actually. We should be able to get to 48,000. Dude, go get a copy. Seriously. Get one for Psy, too. Shit. Go get a copy. Even if you never play with it, and you just sit your knees down at your computer and play it. Go get it, man. Seriously, you're probably not going to catch a better deal than this anyway. Not anytime soon, anyway. All right. Now that we don't have strict weight limits. Oh, we've got some proper wing. Oh, no, I don't need those. I got proper winglets. I've got proper winglets and a lovely beast that does this. All right. And that should, I believe, do her. I'd love to have some more fuel on this. Can we get a coupler? Oh, we have stacked decouplers. Good. And that means that if I want to toss on a little bit more fuel, I can do that. A little bit more fuel. Let's make damn sure this isn't going anywhere. How about some structural? No, we don't need that. We just, oh, well, actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it. One of these little adapter thingies here. Right like that. Except that that's not where I want that. Ah, screw it. It's going anyway. That way, if we wind up way over... That way, if we wind up way over where we want to go, then we won't have a problem. I only get the one decoupler though, which is kind of unfortunate because it means we're not going to. Yeah. Okay, let it look like crap because this is just a sounding rocket. It's not doing anything massive. All we have to do is get it over 48,000 meters for long enough. JD King versus Debbie Duran. I don't know who those people are. Don't need electrical, don't need thermals, none of that crap. Wonder what happened. No. Let's stick to the thing. The K7B. We're gonna do that, and then this. Oh, wait for it. Stay in the editor. I don't think I actually need to. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna want to recover the spacecraft, so we're gonna. Wait. Now I know why I wanted to do that. Because we have to be able to recover it. And we're gonna pop this back up under here. We're gonna put this. Alright. Oh, nope, don't need 4 of them. No amount of squirreling is going to require more than 1. We'll take 2. What the hell? No, we won't. One here, which we are then going to turn. On its side like that. Go back into place mode. Drop this right over here, and we can actually take this thermometer off of here and put it here. because that's completely aerodynamically stable or some shit. Okay, let's have a look. Actually, speaking of aerodynamic stability, let's get this down here a little bit, just like so. Maybe the Kraken won't come visit. Aerodynamic center of gravity is about where I would expect it to be. Our center of thrust is there, and our center of mass is here. Well, we could try it. It'll probably shake, rattle, and roll. But if Jim Lovell can take it, I'm pretty sure a silly Steve Footnick could. Yep, for this leg of the mission, you need to fly above 48,000 meters, take a sounding, and take a temperature reading, and splash down in the ocean way to the east. Okay. Yeah, you can mark all the notes you want there. Outstanding! That's just gonna go great. Okay. We're gonna can't even recover it. It's just gonna sit there. And now we have to wait for it to stop moving, because apparently the engine didn't make it onto the on the list. Ugh. Turn the hibernation on. Just stop rolling around. Restart. Are we gonna restart this part? Seriously? Okay, fine. So if you fail, boop! That's exactly what happened too. The head popped off. Blown clear off. All right. Get my aerodynamics on here properly. Alright. 4 of these. And they're gonna weigh like a bitch. Because that's just the way things are. And we need we need the parachutes. Of which I only actually require 1. If I put more than 1 on here, I'm gonna have problems. Now it's time to take fuel out. Right. Now we've got it. That's all we had to have. And the reason this actually doesn't work as well as I'd like is that this hammer is freaking heavy. Don't forget, yeah, check geostaging. We learned that one the first time we tried to launch this thing. Okay. Yes, I know the K7 test rocket exists. Let's go. We're going. And I did the other dumb thing. I had it dumb. All right. I know she's pregnant with her. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Ugh. Might as well hang it up now. We've actually hit our apoapse. And Kitty's having some other problems she's dealing with now. I'll restart the mission because, of course, that's the thing that we have to do. Now, can I open the damn thing? Oh, I can. There we go. We'll just, rather than rebuild it, we're just gonna reload it. And we have to splash this down nicely. But to do that, we're gonna have to cut thrust. And the thrust weight ratio is 4 is still too damned high. 3 is enough, but yeah, I know I failed. I McFailed. Okay. But then that's what you guys come to see, really. I know you guys come for this. Now we're going to start the mission. It was actually nice to get a chance to get back to movie night. It's been the last couple of weeks have been kind of rough. I think we're going to get there. I think we're actually going to get somewhere near there, guys. Well, we made the first part. Alright. I'm not going to land this thing on the old runway. Forget it. You're lucky you're going to get this. We're not going to be able to do that. Thrust control. Yes, that's the thing that we actually needed this time. What I find unfortunate is the last time the staging was just nowhere. I have no idea what happened to staging. You're lucky you got this 80. Werner, you're lucky you got this out over the water. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Although I suspect I know why that happened. I'm not going to fix it, but I think I have a fair idea of why it happened. Because really, I want to get this. I want to actually want to get this one done, and make sure I have enough Delta V to make it all work. Haha. I am not putting this down on the old runway. I actually got closer to the target this time than last time. Huzzah! And I have absolutely no control. Oh, I do have some control. Let's get it turned around so that we would actually have been going in the correct direction. Had shit not gone sideways first. This is why I like having stability control. Watches like that are exactly why I like having stability control. Although if you look out there in the distance, you can see the moon rising. I think it's rising. Might actually be setting. But yeah, we're going to put this down over the water. I can't believe we did that. I did that the last time. Always, you silly squirrel, check your staging. You don't wind up with shit popping right off. You're better. The sad part of it is that I'm actually better at this game than that. Really, I am. It doesn't seem like I should be, but I am actually better than that. Because it seems like I'm actually just complete crap at it. And, well, that's not true. It works, it really works. Yes, we know, Werner. Okay, recover this vessel so we can move on to our next abomination, which is reloading the spacecraft we just had. 1,342 science that they won't let us spend on our own. Rawr. All right. So we have the K-7B. We can't touch the mission flag, but we can open the old K-7B. Load. Now, let's do this. Add a node here. And then, actually, no, we're going to add another one right there. One for the engine, one for the stack decoupler, one to actually bring the damn thing down. Let's see you get on this one. There we go. All set. We have our magic thermometer. We have our parachute. And what I should do is this. Because the problem with the last launch is that we were not exactly aerodynamically neutral. Okay. Save our beast. Pop out here and see if I can't get this thing off the freaking pad this time. Ah. On the upside, we managed to get the damn thing going. 48,000 meters and take a temperature reading. And we need to put this in the ocean a long way to the east. We do not have. We should still not have SAS on board. We do not. Good. At least I know what's going to happen with that. My choice of engines here was intentional. Just gonna try and hold this heading. Relax, let it take me. I gotta get up to 50K before I take this temperature reading. Aerodynamically is... Come on, bird. Come on. Come on. Feeling the bird. Wait a minute. Cancel. Revert flight to the last vessel spawn. Yay. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Hey, we managed to get this thing. We managed to get this thing up here. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if we have enough fuel. I think we might actually be short. Of course, my natural tendency is to want to start a gravity turn, which I will do far too steeply. Now that you've stabilized again. There we go. Why are we in a flat spin? We should not be doing this. First off, let's get it turned around. Get it back for retro. We're not gonna make that. Revert the flight to the last vessel spawn. I would just, you know what? I'm just gonna send it straight up. I may in fact be a semi-skilled pilot. Because again, my want is to My want is to start. My usual want is to start a gravity turn right about there. Alright, we are going to keep we are in fact going to keep breaking those records. We're not going to get as far out as I think he wants us to. What I need to do is get the spacecraft reoriented here real quick. And okay, as long as I get up there, I don't care about the rest of it. Come on, come on, come on, come on! With no without the ability, without the position for a stability assist, I'm actually gonna wind. I'm having more problems than I should have. I've really got too used to. Ah, damn it! I want my. Give me my. Stop. Okay, I need to apply a little bit of thrust so I can get this thing under control, or at least get to the damned thing. And because this is just rolling around at random. Come on, really? What? No, I don't want that. I want the freaking. Oh, good. Log the temperature. Hold on to that. Now, we are actually on our way back down, so we're good. And we're supposed to be putting this thing down far to the east of the Space Center, but I don't see that happening today. Of course, I have no... Okay, just arm the damn thing, so let's get the hell out of here. Alright, I have... Space Center is over there, and all they said was far to the east. Actually, SqurrelPlay this year is not what's doing it to me. Usually I fly with SAS stability assist. I got used to it. Now, did I have a small downvote attack? That was silly. I don't know why one would do that. Now all we have to do is wait for the splash. Welcome, gentlemen, to times 4 physical acceleration. Move, 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 move. And I honestly, Mr. Stapotnik, I just don't care what your problem is today. I don't. Once we get down to about 1,200 meters, then I'm gonna kick this out. I'm gonna cut it back to single time until after you stop doing that. All right. Well, until the chutes deploy anyway. All right. And there you go. Back to ×1 time warp. Once those deploy, we'll go back to we'll double it up because that's going to take a while. And wow, go away, Mr. Neff. Wow, we've got way too much parachute on this. That's not what I want. I want that object. Cut it. Accelerate to the about 5 meters per second. You should be doing, because, well, yeah, this thing is really friggin' light. Kerbal, actually, believe it or not, Kerbal Flight Engineer does brilliant work. Even though it hasn't been updated, it still works exactly the way I expect it to when operating, despite its complaints. It says no, we don't want to work, and then it works fine. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Chances are somebody thinks I'm trying to cash in on the whole thing with the making his with the expansion pack having just come out, and quite frankly, to those people, I would say, well, why wouldn't I? Wow, I've still got a whole bunch of horizontals. Wow. Okay, first off, go away now, Paul. All you're doing is confusing the shit out of me. Let's see if we can get this done in about 30 seconds or so. After this, we get to do a thing that I know how to do, or that I've done many times actually, and that's put something in a freaking orbit. All right, guys. Yeah, we're still only falling at 2k per second, or at 2 meters per second. 2 to 3 meters per second would still be a lot. Is still a long time in this case. Okay, that will be fine. All right, 20 seconds. Damn thing comes down, and everybody will be happy. We believe our rocket technology is ready for its final test. The satellites can orbit Kerbin. Do not let us down. Yes, I know. I have to build Jeptic 1. Can I go? Oh, nope, it's still locked. Which means we get exactly what they gave us the rest of it. No more than 48 parts, 56 tons. We must have a Sputnik. Oh, it have to be at least 30 tons. Ooh, and a 2-stage beast. Okay, here's our Probe 9. We still have to have a Sputnik on board, so fine. Here's our Sputnik. We have to build Jeptic 1. There should be comms. Just like my little buddy Sputnik. Everybody remember, Sputnik had the little things that came off of it. Okay. I don't know why they gave us that Providine. There's no reason for it. Internal reaction wheels, huh? We don't seem to have the reaction wheels anyway. It actually has almost no electrical charge on it. We need to see. Did they give us any electrics by? Yes, they did. You fun, hilarious people. We're gonna put one of those on there. At least 30 tons. It needs at least 2 stages. Well, that's a good thing. So let's get ourselves a decoupler here so we can leave this bad boy in orbit. Right like that. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. Now we're going to give some miniature, since we've got a little bit of miniaturization tech. We can get some structure. Oh, they actually gave us struts. Aerodynamics and only basic fins. Why did you give me? Wow. Some of the choices they make. All right. Comms, no science, no utility. Of course, we're not supposed to be bringing it back. All right. Aha! They did. On the other hand, give us sparing. All right. All right. So there is our beast. This is the actual. This is what we're actually taking up. Or it's what we're actually. It's more that that's what we're going to leave. What the unholy? Fine. I'll take one of these. And we can, in fact, attach that right down there because the decoupler for this is right there. Okay. Now let's put an in. Ooh. We'll put something seriously massive on here. This should be fun. Alright. We need more fuel. More fuel! And this is actually, this particular thing is based on, let's go ahead and put the shroud back on, and we're going to do, there we go, one large shroud of that variety. Now now for the second stage that they asked for. I know, right? I'm a game reviewer. I paid my own. And I even paid my own fees for this. So if they're having a problem, they can do something else. All right. We want the couplers. We want our. Let's get our radial decouplers here. That should be about right. I want to put these down here actually. We shouldn't need struts this time, at least.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Survival fun.
Thank you, lovely kitty. The critter is open if you wish to join in. You are welcome to do that at any time. Let's see. More engines. More engines. Don't need that really. And we now need to shroud those. Oh, I think we might be a little heavy. Use a large shroud out here, and I don't think we're going to be able to get much more on this spacecraft, if I'm being honest. I think we're kind of boned. So what's going to happen? We're going to use those 4 engines and not this one. Because I need that other stage to get us into no. What? Those aren't engines. Okay, I officially don't get that, but whatever. Once those separate, that goes there, and it should have, oh, I think I know what's going on. I really think, you know what I should do? I should do. Hi, kitty. All right, so we're actually out having fun. The stream started about 20 minutes later than it should have because reasons. Currently 5 stages.
Hi, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Don't ask this question.
Don't ask. You don't want to know. It says I've got 4 stages, 1, 2, but I've only seemed to have 3. I don't know what it thinks it's doing, but apparently it's decided that I have no idea what it thinks it's doing. Pop that engine back down on there. 1, 2. Okay, that's all the things. Now, technically, I only have 3 stages, but stage 2 is the one that's going to be doing most of the heavy lifting, and I am going to hope beyond all reason that I can actually get this into some sort of orbital trajectory before things really before things happen improperly. Right. He did. He told me to check my staging, and then I squirreled it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, this is the new DLC?
This is actually a mission, believe it or not. This is one of the missions. And that is the Kerbal Space Center and the island airfield. This is where we're launching from a place called Boomerang. And I have... We're launching in the mountains.
We're launching in the mountains?
We're in the mountains to do this launch. Alright. Let's do it. This isn't going to work exactly the way I like, but screw it. Oh, this is freaking ridiculous. Well, we wanted to go straight up, didn't we? I don't have any way to I don't have any kind of vector thrust. I have no way to vector. I have no actual way. I have no realistic way to start a gravity turn because I have no way to change thrust. Pattern. I can haul this over all day, and it will not matter. I have no control authority, folks. None.
No way of changing.
I can't change my attitude now. There's nothing I can do.
Yep. So it will go up until forever?
It will go up until I get damn good ready to do otherwise. Play the bearing, and maybe, just maybe, with restrictive. Okay, first off, let's shut those off. Oh, well, apparently there were... Oh, I see what's going on. We actually had... I can't start my gravity turn with... Starting gravity turns on solid rocket boosters is a pain. You may have heard.
Why did you hurt so many butts with your stream?
What?
Why did you hurt so many butts with your string?
I spent the first 10 minutes of it talking about the death of Sir Stephen Hawking.
Oh, and then people decided that their butts were hurting and unvoted it?
Well, apparently. That's the only thing that's all I've got. All right. Let's see. We are actually going straight up. We're going to land a very short distance from where we started. So I must now do this. And it's going to be a very slow process. We've got plenty of space. There's plenty of way to do it. A little bit of roll in here. Get us back on some sort of an alignment. Once again, I'm counting on a stability assist to do a job that it will not do. And I have to save what little fuel I've got. Okay. That needs to come back up over the horizon, please. Thank you very much. Other way. Stupid squirrel. All right. I'm not sure how well we did. We didn't. This we're not gonna. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work in terms of an orbit. And there's no way for me to correct it. I have. How much have I got left? Oh, we might be able to make it work. There's an apoapse and a periapse, and I need 1,300 where I have a whole lot less. That's the periapse of way down there. That's way the hell out there. Oh, wow. Actually, that orbit is going to come out that orbit would come out mostly circular. All I got to do now, all I have to do now is get my delta, is to keep the periapse up over 70, preferably up over 80, and the amount of fuel required down to something resembling what I have something resembling what we have right now. And then we have to wait for apps. What? You just said and I currently have 1,083. So let's trim this up a little bit better. That's as good as we get.
This mission was supposed to go where?
You see this here? That's what they wanted. That apoapse and the periapse. We don't have nearly enough fuel to do this. And as a result, they're going to get what they get. Hey. I don't think they're going to get what they want anyway. They're really not. Couldn't start the gravity turn this way. All right. Especially when I have incredibly limited command authority. Gives you the other side of the freaking nav ball, no less. Yeah, you're probably right about that. All right. Let us revert. it'll let us revert to the last spawn. Which means unless we want to run these all over again, run all 3. Alright. Those are solids. These are not. I'll put those right here. There's our center engine. Or should be our center engine. Pop this out here. There. That should get us.
Opa was suggesting that you restart.
That's what I was just doing. I'm trying to see if I can make this all fly. The question, of course, is, am I doing it correctly? If not, what am I doing? Oh, Jesus Christ. That explains a lot. Those solid rocket boosters aren't there to do anything other than separate the spacecraft.
You may have to time jump before you launch. How so?
What?
You may have to time jump before you launch.
Only if I want to be launching during the day, which is fine. I don't have to. Here was our first spacecraft for the day. It doesn't do things the way I like it, but squirrel it. I don't actually have to care this time. All right.
If I disappear suddenly, you know why. So don't hold any grudges.
Nope, no grudges to be held. Let's do this one.
I may need to disappear.
Well,
while I'm not disappearing, I'm chilling here.
Okay.
This is a funny. What rocket? What is this? Funny looking thing.
It's a rocket.
I think it's gonna do a dive.
Honestly, the only thing it has to do right now is make it to 5,000 meters. After that, I just don't care. It has to make it to 5,000 meters and splash down properly. Before, there we go. And this will not do that because I flew it wrong. Abort. I didn't make 5,000 meters, so we're going to fail. Now I have to listen to them be all happy. Now I have to listen to them again. Load the spacecraft. Take that off. And we're going to try this again with a different setup.
What is that bulb?
That is a Stay-Putnik. That is the Providine Stay-Putnik. And we are doing rocket engineering the old Soviet way. Throw it up as many times as you have to get it to actually do what you wanted it to do.
Just don't add Leica to the crew.
Oh, we don't have to. Honestly, we do not have Kerbal dogs. We don't. We has not the Kerbal dogs.
I'm pretty sure that someone will make a mod with animals.
They haven't yet. No one has done this yet, and if they haven't done it by now, they're probably not gonna.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go right back where we started from, and we're gonna put something on there to get it to not do that. All right. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll take that one like so. And we are going to wait. Our best bet, my best bet actually is to weight it on the other, is to weight it like this. Like so. And then we'll swap these out. We'll do. Like I said when I first put this thing together, this is going to be more. This is going to be less spacecraft and more. It's going to be less spacecraft and more aircraft, because control surfaces on these is just terrible. And actually, I could probably add a little bit more fuel on there, but I'm not gonna.
But it's control that this DLC works in a different way than the.
No, it's that they don't. Is that they're being very, very, very particular about their parts and what I can and can't get away with. If there's no reaction wheels on this spacecraft anywhere, and therefore the SAS doesn't work. And guess who is absolutely in love with stability assist on the freaking function of the SAS? I love my SAS. It is brilliant. Oh, perfect. That's not quite what I want. All I got to do is get you out here. Come on. Get that aft flaps up just a little bit more, and then I can let you have your head. We're okay with this. We're going to get that to about 7, 8, and let's go for 8. And it's just going to keep going now. We're out of position, but that's okay. I'm not going to land on it. No, we're not doing that. You're lucky you got what you did, pal.
Oh, come on.
I am not gonna. They want me to put it over there 20-some kilometers away. No, I'm not doing that. Less spacecraft and more Imperial shuttle. Woohoo! Absolutely. If he really wants to step in, he certainly send him the link to get to where you are, Kitty. He'll be able to step in there. And we are now headed for the surface at 161 meters per second, and slowing some because that chute is doing the thing. Is doing all the things. Here we go. Now we're all set. Now, if I had the SAS, if I actually had SAS access, I could have done quite a bit better with this. But I might have even been able to get it parked on the runway. But Squirrel, you. That's right. I'm talking about Squirrel University. You can get a higher score if when they change things out. Then
my question is, how they expect this kind of tiny little thing to reach space?
They don't. That wasn't the purpose of the spacecraft. The purpose of the spacecraft was to test the engines and make sure that the freaking that Stay Putnik could actually keep it together. Because I know I did wrong with the third spacecraft. I know exactly what I did wrong.
When you land on the water, it's called what?
Splashdown. Makes a big splash.
This is a tutorial.
It is not. This is actually comes out. This actually is one of Squad's missions.
That's weird.
And for our next abomination, we're going to take these winglets off. Going for trifold symmetry, and we are going to take that one off. Because I fully intend to use the weight of the spacecraft to do all the things. And I'm going to, while I'm at it, I'm going to add some more fuel. Put another one of these under here. Because the last time we damn near ran out of it. You come here, sit down like that. There you go. And while this tab is empty, we will not have the capacity to do all the things. No reaction wheels. All right. Continue. Let's see what happens.
Aim high.
Hmm?
Aim high. Hi, Oppo.
Well, hello.
Hello, the Opal.
How's my
Where
volume?
did the Kerbal thing go? I can't see it.
You have to click. You'll have to click on my screen for a bit.
I see the proper squirrel.
Well, then you want to go down to the lower right hand there, and make sure that it's doing the thing what it's supposed to do. Wow. Okay, we just hit max Q. I guarantee that. And now all I have to do is not get the fuck up. It's looking more and more likely as we get moving.
Okay. Its Chrome continue to be retarded. Are refreshed.
Shut up, burner.
It's a good thing that this is unmanned because
Jeb would be very
by
dead by now. Yes.
yeah.
Revert right to the last spawn, because that's the only time. That's the only thing we. Once we leave the vehicle assembly building, we're stuck.
Okay, I think I got everything set up here.
Woohoo!
Am I coming Am I coming through
Hello.
clearly?
Well,
Oh,
Yep.
okay, cool.
yes. Welcome, Opal.
Now, Omo can tell you all about what happened when I didn't check my staging the first time I tried to launch this spacecraft.
Yeah. If you don't mind me making one suggestion, if next time you're in the editor, I hate the way they set the ship up this way. So when I always go in, if I got my body parts set like that, I take them off and then I rotate the probe so that it's facing the direction you get better control.
Yeah,
If you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, actually.
Okay, good.
Now, this is not a proper ascent profile. This is not the ascent profile that I really wanted, and I know what the other half of the problem is with this spacecraft. I figured it out.
It's not well balanced.
It's not a matter of balance.
It will start doing the same.
No, I have too much aerodynamics on board. I have a vector thrust engine on it. As long as I don't fuck with it too much, just try and keep it going up rather than trying out some sort of. I have vector thrust and.
What does he want now?
He says I'm already higher than a Kerbal in history. And well, that's fine, except that this particular Kerbal is much more interested in getting a little closer to apoapse and getting up over 48,000 feet. This spacecraft is pretty much straight up this way. Now, let me find my magic thermometer here. Okay, log temperature. Hit that. Now, I have one of two. I have a couple of options here. I can either make an attempt to reorient the spacecraft and just go and see what I can do, because we're actually gonna hit the water north of our. We're actually gonna hit the water north of our current position. What do you mean go to? I am not. Actually, you know what? I probably could. All right. Assuming that I can get this to do what it's doing. Let's see if we can't cancel that roll. Come on. Come on.
It won't allow you to get an orbit?
No.
You're going down?
I'm gonna go down anyway. I didn't set this thing up for orbital operations. Now I still have more than 1,400. I still have more than Okay, activate navigation set to go to. What? What is it doing? I don't think it knows what it's doing. Wow, why can't I null this out? I do know why. Because I need the tiniest amount of thrust to be able to use the engine. I have to be able to use the engine to make course corrections. Come on. You know what? I'm done. Stick a fork in me. It's great. I'm just gonna recover this end of the spacecraft when it gets there. And we're up 6 positive votes. Woohoo! How many did we wind up with in the whole thing you were talking about, the mini downvote thing?
It looked like there was 10 downvotes that just suddenly appeared up. So somebody must have logged in with 10 accounts or something. Maximum 10.
They probably didn't like the way I was flying a little bitty thing and couldn't get to 5,000 feet. Normally I can. Normally I have the SAS on. Or at least have the parts to put the SAS on it.
See, I like to think positive about people, so I'm going to assume it's because you're doing this rather than the news you talked about, because, man, I wouldn't really celebrate the death of anybody unless it was like a murderous dictator or something.
Let's see. Who do we have that would fit that bill? Fidel Castro.
Yep.
That derp from Venezuela. Simon Bolivar.
Yeah. Even Kim Jong-un. So I'd rather see a peaceful resolution to that situation versus him just dying, but yeah.
No comment.
Well, him dying doesn't mean exactly that something positive will happen.
No, not because they have a very set way that they do succession anymore.
But let's assume it's because you're reviewing this day one, which is weird.
Day two, actually, but
or day two, yeah.
That's what I said. There are lots of medicines for hurt for butts that are hurting.
Yeah. Maybe somebody's jealous that you're potentially taking away viewers from them.
Maybe they are assuming that you got the key.
I did. I paid for the game. I paid for. Actually, believe it or not, both of these are true. I paid not only for the game but the expansion pack too.
Yep.
And that's because I bought my copy.
People love to make assumptions.
Now, do you know why I didn't get it for free? Because I was about 45 days late buying it. When I bought the original game, I bought it in the middle of June of 2013, and the cutoff date was apparently April the 30th of the same year.
Oh, well, that's cool of them. I've seen a few games that do that. They come out with an expansion pack, and if you bought it before a certain time, you get them free.
Yeah, that was cool, but
well, it's after that guy. They actually did that in response to community backlash, because originally they said that all of the updates would be free. Well, what they thought of it, what the problem was the definition of the word update. And
one thing is an update to the game that is currently running, and another thing is adding extra features. Adding extra features qualifies as DLC.
Yep, Kitty nailed it. No, because this added new features. You got mission builders. Like, yes, there's new parts, but
it wasn't just new parts. There was lots of other stuff that went with it.
Yeah, you got the mission builders, you got missions to play.
All right, plus some time acceleration. Because I'm just watching this thing go wander tits over tea kettle, and I'm tired. I don't want to see that no more.
But I think at one time there was a couple of games, I just can't think of what they were, that were actually charged, that would only give so many updates, and then basically they would charge you for what would be actually just more updates.
Well, that's what 90% of software does now. You know, version 2, version 3, version 57.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Most software does that. There are very few critters that apply free DLC. One of them that does that, and I absolutely love them for it, is TD Projekt Red. Yes, they have paid DLC. but you get little bitty bits of other stuff every couple of months, and you go back and you want to play it some more. You should see the way they structured their DLC for Witcher 3.
Oh, I'll have to take a look into that. I was going to say, even though Ark has other problems, if you look into Ark in a weird way, they're doing it right too.
No, mostly, yeah. The one paid
the
DLC
main game, but
the one
it's
piece of paid DLC they did was before. Who was it? I think I don't remember if it was Ark or if it was it was Evolve that did this. They were still in early access and selling DLC, working on DLC for sale rather than the main game. That didn't go very well with their fans.
No,
and their player base went to shit right after that.
Yeah. Ark still contribute to all their existing projects and had DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
They just chose not to fix certain problems. Oh, Don't Starve is another one that kind of does that. They have their two games and they're creating DLCs for them. Yet they're still updating every component of what they produce.
The other thing was, you're going to love this because I didn't pay for my copy of Don't Starve Forever or Don't Starve Together. I didn't. I paid
a lot of my friends.
Well, that's because they gave, for those people who actually owned Don't Starve before Don't Starve Together was what was it? I think it was like, I think the cutoff for it was like 3 or 4 months before Don't Starve Together was released. They all got it for free. If you owned it, you got it.
Cool. I think a few people I know bought the major package they had to that, so a few of my friends just happened to get the free copies they gave out.
See, here's the fun part. At this point, if you buy Don't Starve, you don't get a copy of Don't Starve Together.
Yeah, you used to.
And Don't Starve Together was a whole new game. It was a strictly multiplayer version of Don't Starve. But the two things do, on the other hand, share the bulk of their DLC. So you have DLC for
one. That's one thing I noticed. I've gotten every DLC they've released without having to pay for it. I must have.
I think what they do is the impression I was getting, because I somehow I have Reign of the Giants, never bothered paying for anything after the base game. But at some point, they actually went to the trouble. It seems like after the DLC's pretty much run its course, they just add it to people's accounts. So you're never more than one or maybe 2 DLCs behind. Enough to encourage you to buy the next DLC, but not enough to piss you off because you didn't.
Yeah. Well, if it's a game I really like, and I really like that one, even if I get bored of it quickly, I still love that game. I might buy the next DLC just to keep throwing them a little few bucks here and there.
Oh yeah, and then I don't know. I've been having a whole pile of fun with modding. I'm gonna cut that parachute. I am seriously hard to say. I'm gonna cut this parachute.
Why? You wanted to plunge into water?
Look at my vertical speed. Watch the speed indicator. Just watch it. Or the altimeter here. Watch it.
It's actually cut off for me.
Is it?
I'm getting the blur of Doom in the Hangouts.
In the Hangouts, it's too blurry to see.
Well, what's going on here is that what we're looking at right now. It'll take a couple meters off. It'll pause for a second or maybe 2, and then it'll shave another few meters. And if I keep going like this, it's going to take us all freaking week to get this thing down because my vertical, I have a horizontal speed measured in millimeters per second, but I have a vertical speed in the negatives.
Oh yeah, I see it up there. Change the width of your parachutes, how far they spread out, and maybe
There's only one
change
parachute.
the height.
There's only one
Yeah,
parachute.
well,
I can't change it now. It won't let me.
No, you can't change it now.
There we go. Now we're going to recover this thing and go ahead and go and rebuild the Jebnik 1 because the current spacecraft is not good.
If I could give a message to the developers, literally taking what's that mod for resizing it and work it into the game better.
Add it to the main game.
Yeah.
I must have a prototype Sputnik, but they didn't give me anything in reaction wheels.
Oh yeah.
Okay, must have that. Now, they gave me a fairing. Now, you stay there. Actually, you can't stay there. I have to take this off of here, and I have to put a battery pack and a Communitron on there. So where? Okay, should battery pack up under here, right? Like that. And there needs to be at least one Communitron. One Communitron. There you go. We'll put this right under here, like so. That'll work. Whatever. And if that pokes out through the top, I don't care. It goes right up there. And no, it doesn't actually, because because it's still all squirreled. So you go right there, like so. Now, once this fairing gets deployed, I can kick it. And we get this thing into something resembling a stable orbit. I can just kick it. I can just kick it free. The other thing this is going to do is provide a, because they didn't give me very much. They gave me they gave me a very small selection of tanks, and I have almost nothing in terms of in terms of extra work I can do here with the aerodynamics. Okay, just like so. That is way too much fuel. Just like that. And it must be a two-stage object, which will be fun.
Ooh.
No utility, no science, just a little bit of Communitron. We got almost nothing. All we've got for aerodynamics is these basic fins, which is unfortunate. But sadly, there is nothing to be done for it. I need one of these little Oscars. Actually, I think we're probably going to get two. No, let's go stay there. And let's get tiny engine, but very useful, good for craft where larger radial engines will fit. Blah blah blah. And that's the standard little. Oh. Alright, larger lifting engines. Let's do this. Actually, I don't even need that. we're going to put 4 of these on here. Is that gonna make? I'm gonna turn this into a little bitty lander. That would be fun. Okay. Now we're going to do this other thing. The problem is that I actually have a weight limit. It has to, I actually have a weight range limit, which is even worse.
Can't make it that easy, can they?
Well, of course not. It has between 30 and 56 tons. Right now, it's nowhere near that. Okay, now we're going to go with another one of these little decouplers, just like so. And this is going to go right up here like that, whereupon we are going to bulb out. Let's see. I'm going to edit the fairing. We're going to go back. Okay. I'm going to go about like that. And some of this. And put a little nose cone on top of it. There. Now our little lander sat will actually do its freaking job. Alright. Now I need to get some sort of aerodynamics on this beast. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this the other way. Because we've got a cup, we've got these, but I don't want 4 of them because that's going to be way too heavy. Current mass is 32 tons, so we're going to do that like so. And now it doesn't matter what the hell I do, at least as far as this goes, because I'm not going to exceed. At this point, I'm not in any danger of exceeding my weight limit. Okay. These go. These are the solid fuel boosters. They go here. I don't know where it says it's got 2 of those anyway. I don't know how it's justifying that information. Oh, God. So let's see. Stage 4 is that one, and I need to drop this into here like so. That gives me a thrust to weight ratio of 1.3. Not what I consider, not what I personally consider ideal, but it'll do. Yeah, what we're gonna put.
You might be able to do if you're lacking aerodynamics is turn on the button for where your center of mass is, and then put the fins right near the center of mass.
Well, yeah, that's a stunt I pulled before. You guys have actually watched me do that because our air. All right, let's go ahead and do that.
Don't feel too bad. You should see me try to land a space plane on the runway. That's just cringe.
Well, it would be nice if I actually do. Landing space planes on runway. Scott Manley, we are not.
Nope.
Scott's actually pretty good at it, even when he's got a space plane that's just that is not particularly well designed.
I'm just glad I found a mod that has both airbags and flotation devices.
Who?
And I just a whole bunch of parachutes and just drop it.
So what's going to happen here is we're going to kick this. We're going to use this stage. We're going to kick it clear. We're going to kick it clear the hell up. And since the only decouplers we have, actually, what I should do is, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Now let's go back and do the things. I'm going to have to decouple these right along here somewhere. These are going to have to come off eventually. Oh, it's those two. You know, I'm going to take these off because aerodynamically it should actually just work. Kinda, mostly.
Should.
There.
Those don't bend, do they, at all? They don't
No.
do any
I have
adjustment.
I have no real method for attitude control. All I can, and the squirrely part of this is that these engines here, they have
For all the control you got.
what? I don't even have that much control.
Those engines are all the control you got.
And they're not gimbaled.
Ooh.
And that's all they gave me. That's it.
Ouch.
I am dependent entirely on whatever aerodynamics I can get. So you know what? Let's do this. Just like so. Let's get the aerodynamic center.
And
Just
you don't get any science, anything from this?
We don't need it. They're supplying everything we require.
Yeah, it's a through history type mission thingy.
This
so
one,
that each stage you unlock what you need.
And they only unlock what you absolutely must have.
Yeah. I'm not much of a mission person, so.
We are ready to go. My objective was to get through this mission and then kill the stream, but that was 2 hours ago.
Well, we got 4 people watching, so.
It's not the first time we've had. It's not the first time I've seen that number. All right. First off, let's rattle it up. Recheck your staging, because those two motors, the two little solid rocket motors in there will go off at the same time that fairing comes free. That fairing.
Oh, we're up to 12 votes.
Nice.
Just to give you an update. Yeah, so we're over the negative.
That's good. All right. And the last thing that's going to happen is I'm going to ditch that last little bit there. The little engines, the little engines that could, I'm going to use for orbital maneuvering, or actually orbital getting myself in the correct orbit, or in an orbit is actually probably more accurate. And we have some roll.
What is that? Trees in the background?
What?
Is that the first time around?
What?
Yeah, they put trees in the background.
Yes.
That's cool.
And this thing is apparently just going to roll because it doesn't want to do the thing. It doesn't want to do the thing. Bring it down a little bit so I can maybe get some command authority here, or control authority. That would be lovely. Just what got that. Yeah. I've already started the gravity turn. Thanks, Werner. It's going to pluck right off now. That's why I originally had a 4-booster design up front.
Backseat control tower agent.
We are not moving. We are not accelerating well enough, and the aerodynamics system. Well, at least the roll has stopped.
I think you're gonna crash into this.
I think I'm already aware of that. I am fully aware of that. There is absolutely nothing I can do about it. Because, as I said a moment ago, I have no freaking control authority. I don't even. This thing doesn't. There's no SAS. There's no nothing. And yeah, we're headed into the ocean over there. What?
This DLC is very weird.
I forget the control authority now. fucking explode. You know what? I'm coming back to. I'm waiting for it. I'm just gonna do this. We're going to get out of this.
I don't blame you.
I'm sorry. That's the 5th time through, and that's even that design should have worked. Once again, without reaction wheels or SAS, I have no capacity to do anything else.
If it wouldn't be too much to ask, could you just show us what the mission builder looks like? Like just a quick look at it, just to see.
Sure, that's easy enough. Pop. It's actually, this is your start node. You get to this is where you're going to do your briefing and stuff, and yeah, it's just
cool.
Just a little node editor thing. That's it. It's really not it's really not terrible.
No, it's kind of nice, kind of easy if you know flowcharts.
If you know what a flowchart is, you can operate this thing. It's really not that hard.
No.
Auto pop, you could auto.
Well, at least that means that a lot of people will be easy. It'll be easy for them to put up, build and make missions.
Yeah, you could do all sorts of shit.
Well, I'm just saying that it'll lead to diversity of user-made missions.
It will. You're gonna have a lot of stuff. Stop that. See, it says no valid. There's nothing to. See, all done. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the way it works.
Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah, no, you're welcome aboard. You're welcome aboard anytime you get the urge, dude. Seriously.
Oh.
All right. So that pretty much covers the mission process. They've got some missions that are considerably harder. They've got some that are not nearly as difficult. I'm actually good at getting spacecraft into orbit. I just have no idea why the hell it decided it wanted to do that. Can't start a gravity turn if all you can do is haul the mail.
We'll blame it on Russia. They installed secret chips.
Crusher! It's called Crusher.
It's called Crusher? Oh, God.
And the thing is, they actually managed to get spacecraft like that doing that shit all the damn time. Way back in the day. And I don't get it. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not supposed to. Okay. So, that pretty much covers us for today. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching me suffer. I managed to not kill Jeb one time. We got through the whole show and didn't manage to kill Ant.
Because he wasn't there.
Because nobody was on board any of these spacecraft. That's correct. That's okay. We are going to be, as for Saturday, we have a number of games that have been recently updated that we're going to do, and we're going to do those instead. I'm also going to do a sort of mini installment on a request that some people have made of me to give them an idea of what kind of what fun mods are actually out there. I will actually have to clean up a little bit of my load order to do that, or at least get them in not in something a little safer for work condition. Because, well...
Not to get in trouble with the YouTube police.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get in trouble with them anyway. It's a Bethesda game. We're talking about Fallout 4 here. We're going to do a little bit of that. We are going to go into... We're going to dig into the regular science mode of Kerbal Space Program with the making history on board. We're going to have a look at some of the new parts, some of the new little toys we get to play with. I had to disable the community thing, the whatchamacallit, community tech tree, because it hasn't been updated. Me, I found that annoying.
Yeah.
But we're gonna look at some. We're gonna look at some of the new parts. We're gonna look at some of the new missions we can do with them, and not the ones in the mission builder or in mission mode. We're gonna do science mode because science is fun, and we're gonna. And then we've got a couple of others. We're not actually. We don't have much in terms. We don't have a lot in terms of new games, but we will have a. We will have. I believe the council is downloaded and ready to go. Chapter 1 of that came out a couple days ago, and I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to at least do that one. Unlike
I have to correct you on one thing.
What?
So, science is Lord, because I dare you to defy physics.
Physics, I defy you. Yeah, no, we got some interesting stuff coming up on Saturday. The exact lineup has yet to be determined, but I do know I want to at least get some of the stuff in there. I do at least want to get started on letting people know what months.
You realize that you only have 2 hours?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I can go extra if I want to, when if everybody's still paying attention. So I'm actually probably only gonna, if I'm gonna do that, I'm probably gonna showcase 5 or so months to begin with, and then move forward. And we're gonna do some of the really basic stuff anyway. So we're gonna start with some of the basic stuff anyway. And then we'll go with things that that have to be built on for other things. All right. So, are you joining me on? Are you two going to join me on Saturday?
Sure. Yeah. If you need an extra partner, sure.
I never object to having an extra hand. Well, mostly never.
Yeah, I will be there unless something unpredictable happens.
Unless something really terrible goes on, yeah. All right.
I'll fill in your shoes and wear the dress and get the nice pink bow tie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure our Keta actually wears dresses these days.
No. I'm a jeans and boots kind of girl.
I don't know if you had a pair of boots like Laura's Thor's uniform from Trails of Cold Steel, you'd probably wear the same skirt just so you could show off the boots. I know you.
Actually, yep. I had something close to that, but I wore that with shorts.
I see how you are. All right. So, between now and the next time we see you, be safe and be sane.
And let's make games fun again. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.